Hey, so what if I told you that Wuthering Waves 2.7 might not just be another patch filled with shiny banners and minor tweaks, but instead, the moment the game finally gives us something we've been asking for since day one, a real practice mode. Yes, that's right. A real structured practice mode that lets us test builds, experiment with team comps, and push our skill ceiling without the pressure of wasting resources or failing mid run in the open world. If that doesn't get you excited, you might want to check if you're still breathing. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? One of the biggest talking points for the upcoming live stream is the so-called Pioneer Training Ground. On paper, it sounds simple, but in practice, it could be revolutionary. Think about it. Right now, if you want to test how strong your Resonators are, you're either punching random mobs that die too fast to matter, or you're taking on high-end bosses that cost you time and resources. Neither option is actually designed for testing. The training ground changes all of that. It's like the game is finally giving us a dedicated lab where we can experiment freely. Something I've been wanting and waiting for a very long time now. And if you've been waiting for the same thing, getting up to 24% in discounts when you top up with loot bars should excite you as well. Trusted by the community for years with excellent Trustpilot scores, Loot Bar is cheaper than in-game top-ups. And with their DIY mobile top-up, you can get the discounts without giving out your password. So hit that link in my description for an additional 10% off with Loot Bar and save on your monthly Lunite subscription, Battle Pass, and Lunite top-ups. From what's being whispered, this mode won't just be a hollow shell. It will feature three very distinct events that cover all the angles of combat. First, you've got a one-on-one boss fight scenario designed to push your skill limits. Perfect for figuring out not just your DPS, but also how your dodge timing, combo execution, and resonance rotation stack up against something that hits back hard. Then, there's the damage dummy, which might sound boring at first but is probably the most useful addition of all. Finally, we'll be able to see the true numbers our builds are putting out without having to calculate through chaos. And last but not the least, there's a mob survival mode that mirrors the endless swarms from Whimpering Waves, testing your crowd control, AoE damage, and stamina management. If you've been struggling to figure out whether your build is actually working, this is the feature you've been waiting for. Imagine being able to switch between your team comps and instantly see what works better. You'll finally have a way to compare how much stronger one echo setup is versus another. You'll be able to test whether swapping one character changes the flow of your combo chain. And for new players, this is a godsend. Instead of aimlessly leveling characters and throwing resources into whatever looks cool, they'll have a guided space to understand what actually works. It's like going from blindly cooking with random ingredients to finally having a recipe book. Now, let's talk about the big elephant in the room: rewards. We don't know yet if the training ground will actually give us resources, pulls, or anything tangible. But honestly, even if it doesn't, the value is already massive. Think about it. Just being able to fine-tune builds, practice rotations, and understand resonator synergy without consequence is a reward in itself. This is the kind of feature that extends the life of the game. It makes hardcore players happy because they can optimize, and it makes casual players happy because they can actually learn at their own pace. And here's where the hype really kicks in. Wuthering Waves already has the build checklist mode, which tells you what materials you need to max out your units. That's useful, sure, but it's still theoretical. You see the checklist, you gather the items, and then you hope the build feels good. Now, imagine combining that checklist with an actual combat testing ground. Suddenly, the entire progression loop makes sense. You gather the materials, you build your resonator, and then you immediately test them in a simulated fight. That's a complete experience. And that's how you make players feel like their grind actually leads somewhere. For new players, this is an added soft cushion to learn the ropes of the game and gather the skill level needed to complete challenges and especially the more difficult endgame content. It also helps them experiment with mechanics without the stress of failure, boosts their confidence in battle, and provides a safe environment to refine rotations, test synergies, and prepare for real encounters. Personally, I think this practice mode could end up being one of the most important updates we've had so far. Not because it adds shiny content, but because it adds substance. It deepens the game. It shows that the developers are listening to what the community has been asking for a very long time. People don't just want new banners to pull, they want tools to play better, tools to understand the game more, and tools to enjoy their resonators at their fullest potential. And if Pioneer Training Ground delivers even half of what it promises, then version 2.7 might go down as the patch that elevated Wuthering Waves from a gacha game into something far more engaging. So, let me throw this question back at you. If the practice mode is real and it works the way it's rumored, who's the first resonator you'd bring into it? Would you take your strongest DPS to flex on the damage dummy? Or would you grab an underused support to see if they can secretly shine in team comps? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I have a feeling the Pioneer Training Ground is about to spark some of the most heated theory crafting we've ever seen in this community. So get ready because if this is confirmed in the live stream, we're looking at a game-changing edition. Version 2.7 isn't just another update, it might be the update that makes Wuthering Waves feel complete. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like for added sustain, subscribe for massive crit damage, and hit that bell for extra gacha luck. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in the next video drop. Goodbye.
Winners win! It ends now! Oath from the heart. Loading. Demons stay calm. Iron graft renew. Now watch closely. On you go. Taste my resolve. Praise me. Future. Reshape. Fight by my side. In control. Unmatched! Perceptimon! Stand tall before the eternal sun! One strike is enough! Ink. Ordained. Loading. Worry not. In war with time. I'll indulge you. On you go. Answer my call. Face me. World at my strings. Causality overturned. This is my moment.